wanted my daughter to fucking see the things I saw as a kid, not North Jersey type shit. But I wanted her. Did you see that fucking special on that amusement park when we were kids from Verona,
No.
New Jersey? What's the name of it? Action Park?
No.
They ended up calling it Class Action Park.
That's
Dog,
terrible.
you
What
gotta
happened?
watch
What
this.
happened? Was it
That's
accidents?
what we used to go when we were kids. Yeah, every time you went there, they take you on a neck brace. Fucking when you were a kid, Doug. Please, Jamie, if you find anything, a trailer.
Dude, I was at a fucking one of those fairs
Look
that
at
they
this,
would
Joe
pull up
Rogan.
in a parking lot.
Look at this shit. When we were kids, you know.
Jesus Christ, you're flying down these things. How many kids got broken legs from
Oh my
this?
God! Every time you went there, if you went with 8 kids, somebody was going
The
down.
most dangerous
Look at
amusement park.
and in Vernon, New Jersey, or Vernon, New York. Look at
Oh my God! People are jumping off cliffs. Whoa! You could drive
that shit.
race cars.
everything.
You could. What is this? Bungee jumping?
This was the 70s with the Class Action pool. That was like Palisade Amusement Park. It's a pool that's like a big cops probe. Look at this shit. Look.
Park accident. So people just got in accidents all the time.
Oh, every other weekend. Look at it.
But is that okay?
Yes.
Here's the question.
When I was a kid, I didn't go out to play. I went out to die. Big difference, okay? These little fucking half of fruitcakes today, they go out to play. I went out to die. Remember you hugged your mother and shit like you hugged the good. Ma, I don't know. We're going to go rob a train. I don't know what's going to happen. But look at this shit.
This shit is so ridiculous.
And New York had a ton of these when we were kids, from Tuxedo, New York, all the way down.
Oh my God. That's hilarious. Action Park.
You got to watch the doc. Why was this allowed
So here's
to happen?
the question. If you could go, like, if you, guys are doing like BMX flips, you know, guys are practicing for those things, how many of those guys get hurt? A lot, right? How often they get hurt? Well, why is it okay if they get hurt, but it's not okay if you go to a park where you're reasonably certain you have a good chance of getting hurt? Like, if it's basically people paying to have the same kind of risk factor as you would do if you were doing something else crazy. That's totally okay. Like, why can't you know what I'm saying? Like, you can get a BMX bike, there can be a ramp, people know you're going to jump it. Everybody knows. That's fine. But what is that, more of a commitment? Because you went and you got a helmet, and you got a bike, and you got the whole thing, instead of just going to this place? There should be a place where it's fucking risky, right? There should be like, if you had a lockdown, solid contract where no matter what happened to you couldn't sue them, they can make a place like that again. But I don't think they would ever be able to hold
You
one
gotta
of those
watch the
contracts
documentary.
in court.
It's tough. I remember watching.
Oh,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
tremendous.
There-
But is it negligence?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
If I remember correctly, there's a lot of people telling them you can't do this for kids, and then people are like, give a fuck. It's the 80s. We're doing coke. We're making money. Have fun.
But
party.
the jumping off cliffs, like that thing, like the fact that they had a cliff dive, like that's just crazy.
Dumb.
They built a cliff dive, and people could just jump. Like if you're jumping off of,
Yeah, this
like,
is the big thing that they
That
had
was the
there.
big
Remember the bridge where everybody would like get drunk and jump off of, and people were getting hurt. They're landing on each other all the time.
oh, of course. Look at that. I can imagine that they would. Imagine people landing on each other on purpose.
I think that's a part of it because they would cheer. It'd be like
Yeah.
you're the man for the 5 minutes of the summer day.
That's a great way to
cheering
break
at
your
you,
neck.
yeah.
Someone
Look, this place is
flying and
just-
landing
yeah,
on you. That is a
watch the doc. It's
great
good.
way to
It's-
break your neck.
It's really good. I think there's even a fictionalized version that Johnny Knoxville made. That's why he popped up in that thing. And I don't remember what that's called.
You know, these places, and it was the 70s,
Mm-hmm.
late 70s, early 80s, or 70s. I don't think the insurance regulations were as strict as they are today. Like, they didn't have a fucking idea. Open up a park, yeah, whatever, just give me $900 a month. Send us a check on the first.
They probably didn't have the kind
They
of
don't
lawsuits.
know. What kind of places? It's like Seaside. You know, it's nice. Couple little swings and shit.
Here's a question. When did the first lawsuits emerge? Like the first like a civil lawsuit, like someone suing you because they did a thing and they got hurt, and like you get trampled at the circus or something like that. Like when did they start suing for things? Probably pretty recently.
Look,
I want to say within the last 150 years, like a civil lawsuit. When did that start?
I have to think that has to go back because America didn't make up law You know,
No.
like it's gone on a lot longer than
Well,
that. but-
did they wear the powdered wigs in the beginning, like the English guys do? That's wild, right? The powdered wigs. They have to wear wigs when they judge things, right? I mean, I don't know how their system works, but I've seen many an image of like court in England from back in the day, film of dudes with wigs on, like in our lifetime, right? I'm not imagining this, right?
What, 20 years ago?
Yeah, wasn't that long ago? How long
I thought
ago
it was
did
like
those?
Abe Lincoln and those guys. George
No,
Washington.
not in England, right? Didn't they sometimes wear those crazy wigs?
they still do.
They still
in England,
do.
yeah. I don't know if they ever did it here.
Please, I need video footage of these judges wearing the wig in England. That's a crazy thing. Like out of all the wacky traditions, like wearing a wacky
typed it
wig.
in.
Oh, yeah.
Like look at
yeah,
that.
Okay. I see
They
what
all
you're
wear these wacky wigs that are like from the 1400s. This is bananas. What are those things called? Because that one looks more like a cloth than a wig. It's like it seems to have evolved. Right?
It probably has a proper name, but this just says like wig and it's just a wig.
Well, it
but-
looks like it back then too. And that one, it looks like the same thing, but it looks more like a cloth. Like sometimes like that one, if you go back, what is that thing? Is that real? Is that dude real? See, that looks like a rug. Like he's got a rug on his head. Like it's woven like a carpet. But what a strange tradition that the judges all have to dress like they're from a bygone era. You know where all that wig shit happened? What are all the wig shit in Europe, where it came from? Syphilis. These dudes were all losing their hair because they all had the clap. It was terrible. Like syphilis is running rampant. That's where the term big wig came from, because these really rich guys, I think they were brothers or cousins. We've talked about this. It was in France.
I tell you, it looks like he's got the clap. He looks worried. That dude, the prime minister, that fuck Jezebel, whatever her name
Justin
is.
Trudeau?
That dude, no, that's the dude in Canada, ain't he?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the one in England, the uncle. He's all chubby and shit. He was pissing on that young girl. He put the R. Kelly or something. I don't know. He don't look good lately.